and Jojo Villano. Welcome to the PBA, and I understand they followed the PBA in Davao, and they've been here in Ultra just for the very first time. Welcome, gentlemen. And they just saw Kaidik hitting from Rainbow Country.
Hello everyone, kamusta po kayong lahat, and I hope all of you are safe and healthy. So ang susunod na video na mapapanood nyo is another classic game. Ito po yung 1988 PBA All-Filipino Cup second round meeting po ng Great Taste Instant Milk at saka ng Alaska Milkmen. Let's all watch this.
Kaidik, 3 points!
On Abe King, and with him back tonight, perhaps we can expect a big battle inside for second chance points and the all-around, all-important rebounds.
Philip being picked up by Villamin, which is a good matchup. These two going at each other, and Cabato with an offensive rebound and a power play underneath for the first 2 points of the ball game.
You know, Ricky Relosa thought that he was going to block already at the 10 because he didn't bite in the first pump. But a nice screen provided by Cezar prevented Ricky from really clobbering him.
And getting the rebound play. 3-on-2 break for the white shirts. Good pass to Atoy Ko and a good defensive gem by Lazaro.
Unfortunately, Ricky didn't get out of the way and it hit his crown.
You can see that on our slow-mo. Here's a good defensive gem by Lazaro. Ricky protecting himself instead of looking at where the ball would have landed. He would have easily picked up that ball there in that play.
Quick release by Kaidik and a short good line, and Sonny Cabato, that's my man.
What happened here again, partner? Another offensive rebound and another 2 points for Cabato. He's got 4 in the ball game. Relosa started running before backing out Cabato from the boards.
Well, Andy has told me before we went on there that Cabato is his choice for Rookie of the Year when it comes to putting.
All right, Cabato certainly has blended well with his team. He got away from Shell, and Baby Dalupan quickly picked him up. Philip in the 3-point territory, and a good steal there by Marty Saldana, and a getaway.
Wow, here comes
class.
the Mighty Might. That is world-class, partner.
Yes, that's class. The way he made that move there reminds you so much of either Walt Frazier or the Pearl Monroe.
And you, if you go the other way, they're gone.
Yes, that's superb dribbling there by Marty Saldana.
But Great Taste in front by a basket. 4-2 is the count. 10 and 20. Pearson switching over, and that's all Cezar needed. When these two teams met last July 14th, Alaska won in overtime, 135 to 122.
That's right. The score was tied at 115 all, but Alaska had 20 points in overtime compared to 7 for Great Taste, and a 44-point performance from Villamin, who got clobbered in that play and is called for an offensive foul.
Well, he was already trapped, and Harencio did not give his stretch move because actually that was deflected by Harencio coming from the blind side, and then he leaned on Cezar.
Philip knows him so well that he did not bite into his first fake, and then when he was ready to take the shot, he had 2 hands up. Good play there for Harencio, and I expected the score, you know. It was a play, ran very well, and Great Taste has scored well for their first 8 points.
Well, Harencio loves to score against Alaska. The first time that they played against each other, sure, they lost, but they fired 13 points.
There was a moment there of a pinball getting lost there as it bounced off the feet of 2 players there for quite a while. 10 seconds left in the shot clock for Alaska. Yo-yo at post, and it's going to be held to a jump ball by Atoy Ko, who provided the double team.
You know, Andy, gives you the impression that Coach Baby D was well prepared for the matchups here, especially focusing on Villamin.
And you have to realize that Philip and Atoy are both veteran players, Pingoy. They do double teams because they know the game of their very well. Lazaro getting his first 2 points of the ball game on a 17-footer.
So far, 2 players from Alaska scoring, Mighty Might and a breakaway, and Lazaro now, but quickly replied by Harencio, his 4th point, same as Cabato, and Cezar with 2 points.
Another good acquisition is Pido Harencio, who's a great shooter by himself, but has learned how to distribute the ball pretty well for this team.
Inside and a cut by the Mighty Might. Saldana moves without the ball for his 4th point.
Marty Saldana has answered the 4 points of his counterpart, that's Arencio on the other end. Marty has to put some pressure on Pido Arencio and fight the picks that are being provided for him. Kaidik is in trouble here, escapes, but misses the shot.
And taking the point is Saldana.
Oh, what a great pass.
What a play.
Marty is really showing a lot of class in his movements tonight.
He is very much inspired. And the first time that they played, Saldana scored 8 points, helped also off the boards, pulling down 6 rebounds. They start only 2 assists as compared to Ricky Relosa, who topped that category with 8 assists that particular night.
There's going to be an over-the-back foul call against Lazaro, who reached in for the interception. I think Mighty Might's also inspired because you're here, partner, because you were the one who christened Saldana as the Mighty Might.
Well, he's showing definitely not only his quality, but he's moved it a notch higher, his world class, as you pointed out.
A good block by Yo-Yo against Philip this time. Again, Marte taking the point guard situation there, just really makes the right decision again.
Well, Atoy Ko knew that he already found himself committed after the pump by Pearson. Had to do something, and watch it once more. Nice pump by Pearson.
Good foul to give up because it's not in the act of shooting, and Pearson will just have to take it from the sideline.
And the experience of Atoy Ko made sure that Pearson was not going to be in shooting threat position.
That's right. One-on-one play. Lazaro has a good match there against Atoy, and a reaching in foul probably from Kaidik. Yes.
That'll be his first personal foul. At the moment, Alaska trailing by 2. Could be tied by Lazaro.
Lazaro has 2 points in the ball game.
Well, during the first meeting, he scored 10 points, pulled down 4 rebounds. They start 1 assist. Well, during the past 7 games, had 8 attempts, made 7 for a incredible 87% from the free throw line. From the wings, Atoy Ko
Extricated himself from the tight defense of Lazaro, found himself all open, and just made sure that he made a shot.
They go to Pearson, challenging Kaidik. Got a belly up foul from Kaidik. Ooh, quickly now, his second personal foul with 7 and 16 to go here in the first.
Pearson together with Ko on the other end, both are averaging 16 points. But you know, both of them can have a good night and can go for 30, given the opportunity, no? Poor pass there by Relosa.
Thought teammate was going to cut. Knocked away by Villamin, anticipating the pass. He could read the eyes of Kaidik.
Yes, even though Kaidik swerved his head to the right, Yo-Yo anticipated the play. And a good movement there by Kaidik sets him free from Willie Pearson, who was looking at the ball and not at his man.
When they lost the first time that they met, Kaidik top scored with 34 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist that night. Of course, the big shining guy was Villamin with 44 points and 10 rebounds. Matter of fact, he was the panel choice for the best player.
No question in that ball game, Yo-Yo played like a super import there.
They go to Kaidik and top of the key.
Intensity level of this ball game is very high at this point, I think, guys.
Yes.
Look at Atoy, forced his way underneath, and experience told him not to use the reverse. But
you know, one thing about Atoy Ko is that when his pride gets provoked, he accepts the challenge, even when he doesn't get yet his shooting range. An escape act coming from Pearson, he becomes more determined and he keeps on trying.
What Atoy Ko is one-time MVP and one-time really on top of everybody as far as scoring is concerned. So one thing that he can do well is he can score.
Lazaro on Ko. Here's Kaidik. Hang time for him.
In both cases, the defense was not very strong. You know, the drive of Pearson and the drive of Kaidik, they didn't challenge the underneath the basket shot. In this case, Joy just gave it to him.
Well, it looks like handwriting's on the wall. You can expect another titanic struggle between these two rivals. We have a timeout.
12 seconds left in their shot clock. You have the time clock there on your screens right now, 5:28, 5:29.
Kaidik is playing with 2 personal fouls. Stays in the game. Looking for a cutter, doesn't find any. Inside, good catch by Lazaro, but 3 seconds is going to go against Alaska. We have a turnover.
They wanted the right man. They wanted to get Lazaro posted up there against Kaidik. Outside shot by Kaidik in the basket. Pearson's got to tighten up a little on Kaidik. He's been scoring against him. He's got 6 points, 3 out of 5 from the field for Allen.
Has to stay a little bit close because from the 2-point range, he's 55%. And 39% from Rainbow Country. And we have a quick retaliation from the outside. The 6-point now coming from Lazaro.
Could be a big factor in this ball game. He has not been for Alaska in quite a while. Almost a poor pass there by and then Kaidik from the corner scores again.
1 step behind, and that would have been a 3-point shot. And Kaidik has been very steady. His 8-point. You know, you made mention about Lazaro. He's just been averaging 6 points per game, and tonight he has already tried that. Here is Pearson.
Good pass there. Good pick and roll play there. Yoyo consummating that basket, cutting down the lead of Great Taste to only 4 at this point.
First basket to the credit of Villamin, being handcuffed by Cezar. Nice pump by Atoy Ko. Ricky Relosa was on top of the situation. They touch it last. Great Taste will keep it. They have 11 on the shot clock. Under 4 minutes here in the first. Great Taste by 4. Nothing from Atoy Ko. Kabato is there. He will try again.
Yes, sir.
The hard way.
You know, Kabato already has 4 offensive rebounds in this ball game. He has managed to score 6 points from those 4 offensive rebounds and has a chance to make it 7 from the 15-foot line.
Well, it's going to be a promising night for Kabato. And during the past 8 games, averaging slightly over 8 points per game and with a conference high of 16. Looking now for his
7-point.
That's right, and he nails it down.
That's why I feel that Abe has to work himself back to the team because of the consistent play of Kabato and Joel Santos together with Cezar.
Well, Kabato has earned his spot in the lineup already. A miss by Pearson. Behind the back dribble by Renzo, and the Scholar is running.
Sir, so Great Taste coming up with good break plays. Yoyo is going to challenge Kabato there, and it's blocked.
He was trying to apply a left-handed hook shot, and somehow Kabato dusted him off. Cezar in a follow-up, and look at the small man trying to go for the offensive rebound, landing on the lips of Lazaro, but he was fouled from behind.
Great Taste is having their will here in the offensive rebounding department. Ricky Relosa and Yoyo Villamin not in the picture. Yoyo coming in and Ricky still in the backcourt. So they're having their will here in the offensive rebounding department. That's telling against the Alaska Milkmen.
Behind the back foul going against Saldana.
Herencio, 74% free throw shooter, split his charities there, but enough to give them a 10-point lead at this point.
Could be an X factor because it's been averaging just above 11 points per game, has a high, conference high of 18.
Marte one-on-one, they're double-teamed.
There's got to be a man open, could be Lazaro's under the basket. There he is, and that's the inside artist.
Marte threw up a 3-point shot, which turned out to be an assist.
8-point lead being enjoyed by Great Taste.
Lazaro with 8 points in the ball game.
That's his average. Well, the first time that they met, the first quarter ended with Alaska in front by 2. That quarter ended 28-26. Atoy Ko, a little bit short. Had a good line, however. Slippery spot, says Ricky Relosa. Here's Villamin, limited to only 2 points. Well, the Scholar trying to handcuff him, looking for a cutter. Had to go out to the mighty might. Good switch by Atoy Ko, trying to distract him, trying to trap him now. They've got 4 on the shot clock. We have a turnover. Lead pass. Villamin was there. He was floating, anticipating that play. Lazaro from 21 offline, but going to Pearson. Kabato says that's enough.
Defensive rebounding there, might shown by Kabato.
28-20 for Great Taste. A minute and 40, you can follow it. Alaska now with 5 team fouls to the 3 of Great Taste. We have a timeout. And Jojo Villano, welcome to the PBA, and I understand they followed the PBA in Davao, and they've been here in Ultra just for the very first time. Welcome, gentlemen. And they just saw Kaidik hitting from Rainbow Country. That's worth the trip.
All he needed was a split second to get his snapshot off. Pick provided by Fabiosa. And that's the biggest lead of the ball game. An 11-point lead for Great Taste. But Lazarus having his way. He's got 10 in the ball game right now.
Looks like he's in for a big night.
There have been no changes on the part of Alaska. Fabiosa seeing action for the first time, replacing Harencio. Ko losing his footing in that play, but managing to get the ball to Kaidik.
Harencio with 5 points as he rests, and he also pulled down 2 rebounds and came up with 1 shot clock. They've got 3 on the shot clock. Cezar had to put it up. Well, he was trying to beat the horn. At least the attempt was there.
Yes. But he had no chance of making it. Off balance with a man on top of him when he took the shot and hit the side of the barn.
By the way, KP is the official basketball shoes of the PBA.
None of the teams are in penalty. Alaska with 5 team fouls, only 3 for Great Taste, who has played pretty good defense.
Well, Villamin has got to earn his points. Almost had it. And Cabato, big off the boards, pulling down his 6 rebounds.
4 offensive, 2 defensive, 3-point shot by Atoyen. You heard it and you saw it.
The second rainbow shot coming from Great Taste. First, it was Kaidik and followed by Atoy Ko. Time ticks away.
Relosa. Oh, and that's going to be an easy 2 points there.
Enough time. So a burst coming from Great Taste, finding themselves in front by 14 at the end of the first.
To only 5 for Alaska and 9 assists compared to 6. So they took the first quarter completely and dominated it. And a lot of substitutions on the part of both squads. Alaska had a 4-man substitution, leaving Ricky Relosa there.
He's the only one part of the starting 5, and we have coming off the bench Rabanes, Lim, the Giant, Polistico, and Ponky Alulor. Atoy Ko.
Santos came in for Sunny Cabatu together with Tuadles, who came in for Alan Kaidik.
You know, Cabato had a strong first quarter performance. 7 points and 7 rebounds.
7 rebounds.
The foul is going to go against the Santos. Watch it once more in the slow-mo how it happened.
There was the
foul.
Ricky heard the whistle, did not dribble, got himself up into the air and took his time making the shot. Now going for a 3-point play. That was his first 2 points. And he makes the 3-point conversion. 83% free throw shooter, very steady with his big frame. Really keeps his balance on the free throw shots.
He's one of the top producers from Alaska, averaging just above 18 points per game. Has already posted a conference high of 23. Strong off the boards with an average of just below 9 rebounds per game.
Oh, good defensive play there by Relosa. And he got called for the foul.
Well, Tito Varela was right on top of the play, and you know, there was a little jumping rope from Ricky Relosa, but when he noticed who the referee was, he said, I'll smile.
Sorry. Ko is now being replaced. Abe King coming into the ball game with number 66. If you know, Abe used to wear number 6, no? So, and even Atoy wore number 6. When he moved to Great Taste, Abe had number 6. So, Atoy picked up number 60, and now Abe coming back using number 66.
Well, a little while ago, you heard that big applause at the background, and that's because of a welcome sign for the returning Abe King. Having a nice chat now with Philip Cezar. Let's see whether he's got the rhythm.
Tuadles getting his first 2 points of the ball game. One of the most consistent shooters of this squad.
And top scorer, just below 24 points on average per game, and with a high already of 34.
34, and he didn't play in the 4th quarter.
Oh, Rabanes didn't have a chance, not a ghost of a chance. He thought he got away, but Abe King was there in the umbrella-like defense.
Together with Philip Cezar. There's a pushing foul called on Fabiosa that forced Alulor outside. The referee made a good call, partner, because he made the call because Alolor had possession and he just lost possession because he was pushed outside.
And he was trying to cut already the path of
Fabiosa.
That's right. And we have Polistico, the big man, being checked by Abe King. He's taking the mid post, wants the pass. Will he try it for size? No, he goes to Ponky Alolor. He's open.
Good pass there. Didn't force the play. Took that extra pass, and that was the most important thing for them in that conversion.
You know, Ponky Alolor is the minute man. He can hit you 2 or 3 at the same time, and he's been averaging just below 9 points per game. And he breaks it down. Oh, Lim almost on a steal. Safely now to Cezar. No basket. Trying to top it away. Here is Frankie Lim. Ponky Alolor. Ravanes wants to pass. Didn't see him. Ricky Relosa being covered by Santos. Ravanes in the low post. Ponky Alolor trying to disengage. For shot selection. And from below, it was Santos that swatted away from Ravanes.
Kind of pushing there underneath the basket, which we expected in this ball game.
You predicted that and you called the shot, Andy.
9 seconds shot clock.
Only 9 seconds left in the shot clock, however, for Alaska. Must throw this up as quick as possible.
Frankie Lim picks up the loose ball and he encashed the check.
Just in time on the part of Frankie Lim. Good presence of mind there.
Well, he's been averaging 16 minutes playing time. It hits you every now and then with an average of just above 6 points per game. Very steady. Abe King trying to size up the floor and taunted Ravanes, who reached in. That'll be his second personal foul. And coming off the bench is Cristobal in for Philip Cezar. Cezar instrumental in limiting the production of Villamin to only 2 points in the first.
That's right. Abe King one-on-one against Relosa, who's also good defensive, and Abe hits his first basket. First attempt, first basket.
Shuttle pass intended for Lazaro. Gets jammed by Twadless. Foul is going to go against Arnie. That'll be his first. For the third team foul by Alaska. To the Great Taste rather, and 2 against Alaska. Time is 9 and 22. Alaska trailing by 11.
Push from behind called against Polistico. Abe came out with a yell, make sure the referees caught it.
As a matter of fact, he looked back and said, "You fellas haven't changed, huh?" Plays on the floor for Alaska. Alolor with 1 personal foul. Same as Ravanes. Relosa. By Cristobal. Being crowded by Alolor. Santos had a good catch on that roll. Nothing from the outside from Twadless. Santos scores on a jump shot.
Santos has been pretty effective. You don't think too much of him because he's not fancy, but he gets rebounds and he scores when it's needed.
You know, he's been averaging 20 minutes of playing time, and he has made his presence felt. He's come up with a conference high of 10, and Great Taste is gone.
Alaska has to really come up with better offensive patterns. They're not calling the plays well, and they're getting themselves jammed underneath the basket. You can hear Turing Valenzuela shouting at his players.
They got to move without the ball. Ricky Relosa being crowded by Santos, and is guilty of a knee foul. Time is 8 and 17 here in the second. That'll be second personal foul, and Great Taste 4th team foul to the 3 of Alaska.
They're enjoying their biggest lead right now, Pingoy at 15 points.
44-29 for Great Taste. Santos now with 2 personal fouls. Twadless and Fabiosa, 1 each. Nice rainbow shot.
You know, Lim has the feel. He can feel it. That's why he took it. Because before this last situation of the foul, he took the shot and it also went in. So he knew he had the feel of the shot.
You're absolutely right, Andy, because he does not really take it from Rainbow Country, but when he has the feel, he doesn't hesitate.
That's right. Yeah.
And
that's a sign of a good player.
He has attempted only 5, and he has converted 2 for a credible 40%.
You're going to see a lot of offensive rebounds on the part of Great Taste in the halftime stats. Again, that was another one by Cristobal earlier.
A turnaround by Fabiosa did not get the shooter's bounce. Here's Lim. Nice ball handling, terrific. World class too.
Yes, exactly what Saldana did to Arencio. We have Frankie Lim doing it to Fabiosa, and Lim has 7 points here in the second quarter.
So down by 15, they're trying to make things happen. They've cut it down to 10. That's the lead of Great Taste at the score of 44-34 with 7-11. The foul is going to go against Ravanes. Maybe a short evening for him. That was his third personal foul. The matchup continues. Polistico against Santos. Ricky Relosa is covering Abe King, trying to work up a sweat. The first attempt going in, and the basket counts. Magic time.
Santos again, offensive rebounding. Ball kept alive there by Duatlez. And you know, this guy Santos, if I'm not mistaken, he's been in the amateurs for quite a while. He's another product of Ting Panginiban, you know, partner, in the Masagana team. And I'm sure that he's pretty proud of his boys, Ray Cuenco, other guys, Aldo Perez. They've done well here in the pros too.
Well, he has earned his spot and has been getting a lot of playing time, averaging 20 minutes per game. Villamin is back on the other hand for Alaska. They go to Tuadles.
No contest down there.
Tuadles now is 4th point, and with his big body can really make things happen too. Time is 6 minutes and 38 seconds here in the half. Foul is going to go against Cristobal.
And we have Valenciano coming in for Alalora. Valenciano seeing action for the first time. They need a guy who can shoot the 3 points and can shoot it like a rifleman. Maybe they can get some headway from Valenciano.
Well, Tuadles couldn't seem to get his rhythm in spite of the fact that he knocked in 4 points. So probably just a little chance for him to rest and rethink his footwork. Dick, on the other hand, is back on the floor. Oh!
Lim just knows he's got a burning hand.
He has exploded with 9 points here and 1 rainbow shot, all happening in the second quarter. Lazaro was big with 10 points in the first. Quickly now to Lim, who takes the point. 2-2 situation, and that's a jamming foul. Going to go against Cristobal. He wasn't going to permit Valenciano to have easy access on that layup.
No layups there. Take it from the 15-foot line. But you can see that since Frankie has the shot, you know, what he must think about now is to be a leader on the court. You know, he has to get these players settled again, call the plays, make them move properly, and get the good shots.
Well, Valenciano on the line, and
pretty good free throw shooter to miss the free throw. 15 out of 19, which is close to 80% per ball game.
He averages above 11 points per game, has already posted a conference high of 22. Has 19 minutes as average playing time here in the All-Filipino Conference. Ravanes is covering Kai Dick. He's a good guard. Cristobal, long.
Santos again there picking up the loose ball recovery.
They go cross-passing it going to Kai Dick, and that's the money man.
There is no hesitation on the part of Great Taste. They're so confident in this ball game. Every time they get a free shot, they just take it. And they're so happy with their offensive rebounding.
And your chances are high when you go to Kai Dick. It's been averaging just below 25 points per game. Oh, that's another rainbow shot from the main man here in the second quarter, Frankie Lim. 12 points, 2 rainbow shots.
I haven't seen him miss so far in this ball game, you know. Even in a play where the ball had been stopped, he still made the shot.
Well, time is 5:24. Illegal defense called against Ravanes, and we have a timeout. During the break, Philip Cezar came right back in the ball game, and the reason for that, Villamin is also on the floor. Difficult shot coming from Harencio. 7 points to his name after making 5 during the first quarter. Villamin is open.
There's going to be a pushing foul on Ravanes. He's fourth.
He has a cringing look, but the call remains, and the score right now is 52-40. A 12-point lead being enjoyed by Great Taste. Both squads carrying 16 fouls each. Here comes Kai Dick. Magic time. Abe King for the offensive rebound. He does that so well. He hasn't lost the touch.
Yes, definitely Abe has a lot of athletic ability, leaping ability, and good presence of mind. Great Taste should be very happy with that move of Abe.
Abe King is covering Villamin. We have a turnover. On bounce. And Ricky Relosa tags Philip Cezar, sending him to the line. That'll be the second against Ricky Relosa. Watch it once more, see how it happened. Reached in, and he has to get it from the line.
Well, Ricky was expecting Philip to go up. He was ready to jump and block the ball upstairs. Philip saw him coming from behind. Did not really go up right away. Faked him off. And that's the reason why Ricky gave up that foul. 5 points for Philip, but a commanding lead by his team. A 16-point lead with 4 minutes and 23 in the second quarter.
Alolor is back in the ball game. In for Ravanes, who sits out. And by Cristobal, is paying attention to no one except Valenciano, trying to play hide and seek. He got away. Shortened that finger roll. Valenciano guilty of a loose ball foul, and since they're in penalty situation, Cezar will go to the line for 2 chances. By the way, by now you know that there's a new traffic system in force in Legazpi Village in Makati. Makati Mayor Jojo Binay has stated that this is part of a long-range plan to address the rapid rise in traffic volume in the Makati Business District. Motorists are enjoined to be patient with the system, as there was some inevitable confusion in the first days. Well, today it was much better. So your continued cooperation will go a long, long way in ensuring the success of the new traffic system.
Very poor shot selection there by Alor, and very good defense on the part of Great Taste, ganging up on them. Philip playing well, good reaction to the situation, and we have a 20-point lead for Great Taste.
The biggest so far, and they continue to add that. Look at this quick ball movement being applied. Hits the open man, Cezar. He knew exactly what he's going to do the minute he touched the leather.
I'm surprised that Turing Valenzuela doesn't react to the situations, because there are so many substitutions he can make for some players who are not playing very well at this point. Ricky has played without relief, but I think he only has a minimum of points in this ballgame.
Here comes Villamin, and before he can do anything else, Harencio was there extending help defense. And here is the luxury that Coach Baby D now can have in the area of defense and also in the frontal attack, because with the returning services of Abe King, who switched over to cover Villamin, you've got Cezar also looking after one of the Bruise Brothers, and that's Ricky Relosa.
Well, that has been the strength of a lot of strong teams, like for example, Pure Foods. They can go Cordinera, Fernandez, and Patrimonio. Then you have San Miguel that can go Idignadice, Gidaben, Albinteng, Graves, and so on, partner. So that was the missing link for Great Taste when Abe was gone. Here they can use Abe, Philip, Cabatu together, or Santos, and they have a strong forward lineup and a tall one too.
Well, right now for Alaska, this is the main man, Frankie Lim.
All of
he
the
has
points
outdone himself.
13 points, 14 points, all in the second quarter.
You know, when you compare his shooting performance compared to an average of 6 points, he's got 14 now, and he's even better this conference high of 12.
Again, offensive rebounding doing well for Great Taste. We have to look at that at halftime. How many offensive rebounds they've had in this ball game.
And what you've got to appreciate is that Cabatu is sitting in the bench.
That's right.
Breakaway, and Alolor will take advantage of the situation for his 4th point.
There's a loose ball foul on Valenciano in penalty. Cristobal goes to the 15-foot line.
Well, the instinct was there, but I felt that was unnecessary. Now we have a timeout.
Our technical director, Jun Bigayan, and his wife, who are celebrating their 15th wedding anniversary. Congratulations to both of you. Now you know why Joe Cantada says Jun Bigayan is 52 years old. Cristobal missing the first free throw. He has not just scored in this ball game, misses the second one. Still a 17-point lead with 3 minutes and 7. Alaska must work to come back in this ball game. There's going to be another pushing foul from behind on the part of Relosa. And since they are in penalty, the offended party will go to the 15-foot line. Ricky Relosa picking up his third personal foul of the ball game. Ko is now coming in for By Cristobal, and Polistico coming in for Relosa, who obviously is a very tired player at this point. Only 3 points. This is his first taste of rest in this ball game. 2 free throws for Philip Cezar, who has 11 in this ball game right now.
3 minutes and a second left here of the half. You know, Andy, one of the nicest things that has happened in Senator Hill Puyat, formerly called Buendia Avenue, on your way to the corner of Dewey Boulevard, is the opening of Intermission Pub, owned and managed by Bobby Formosa. You'll find some of the best mouth-watering appetizers. His famous kimchi, which is your favorite also, Andy, and Erin also.
Yes, my wife.
Smoked salmon. His caldereta is out of this world.
Really? Out of this world?
Oh, I tell you, it's just going to make you go back and back and ask for more. Atoy goes back on the floor to his second personal foul.
Nice place with nice food. Huh? Should go there soon. Should go there. I heard you were there already.
Yes, good company. As a matter of fact, Louis Delor and Mrs. Ana Delor were also there with Larry Laurel and Dolly Duran. And Valenciano
misses 2 free throws. Only 1 out of 4, and there's a block by Philip. And an offensive foul called against Villamin. Philip thought he had been called for the foul. He was already cursing, and then Joya gets called for the offensive foul.
Well, you don't get any complaints from Villamin, and on the part of Cezar, watch his expression. Good clean block. And he thought he was the guilty party. He will overreact, and when he knew it was not him, he said, I'm sorry, like a little boy. And Harencio works the baseline, drive and draw, going to Atoyko, who is open.
Yes, sir. So great taste, just burning tonight. You know, they're playing so well as a team, both offensively and defensively. 21-point lead, and another poor pass there. Another foul given up. Penalty situation in effect. 2 free throws.
Well, both squads are over the limit, but Cabatu is back on the floor, and when he's there covering and having that help on defense, all of a sudden they've been enjoying a very consistent and effective swarming defense.
It's funny, you know, because right now, just thinking about it, people might not have very long memories. These were the 2 teams that fought for the championship in the All-Filipino last year, and Great Taste took it 3-0 last year against Alaska, although the last game was very close, I think by a single point, because of the continued 3-point snipings of Valenciano in the last few minutes.
Well, Cabatu appears to be on his way to better that performance of his. Right now he's got 8 and has pulled out 7 rebounds and 1 shot block. Pearson is covered by Kai Dix, and he was when they started out. Pearson is open, can't ring the bell. Cezar now, he has pulled down 4 rebounds. Out safely to Kai Dix, quick release from Rainbow Country. Offensive rebound, Cabatu going to Cezar, who is free.
Yes, sir. Cabatu giving Cezar a low 5 there. Well, Alaska finds it so hard to score a basket. Great Taste finds it so easy and has so many second chances at making second shots.
Well, as Villamin curled, but before he could be in scoring position, he got bagged by Cezar for his first personal foul. And as Villamin tries to score from the line, here is a special announcement for the Letran Olympians, calling the attention of the following Letran Olympians: Feli Fajardo, Gabi Fajardo, Laro the Fox Mumar, and Florentino Bautista. Please contact Father Marinas of Letran at telephone number 49 12 36.
Joya Villamin, only 4 points in this ball game so far. Had 44 the last time that they played.
Alaska is off and running. Bonky Alolor had to change his shot because Harencio was all over him. Good catch by Cabatu. Lost his bearings and
Very poor call. Yes, Zeng Parela changed it because he realized that Atoy was the last touch.
that's the right call.
And Atoy was laughing. Atoy turned around and started smiling. Made the wrong call there.
Well, you made mention about the scoring performance of Villamin, only 4 points, and here's a quality player who has been handcuffed by Cezar And when you compare his average to just below 23 points and with a conference high of 44, you know he's a missing link.
That's right. And then his Bruise brother was averaging 18 points, only 3 points in the ball game. That shows that Great Taste done his homework, really controlled these two guys. Probably told themselves yesterday, we control these two, let the others score, and we can check them. You see that Frankie is in double figures, Lazaro is in double figures, and Marte is also scoring well, but the Bruise brothers are missing.
Well, what also compounds the situation is that Villamin is playing with 3 personal fouls.
I think he can control himself from getting, you know, from fouling out or getting into foul trouble because he's that wise, no? But the point is he's got to score to get the team alive again. So has Pearson. You know, Pearson has not been there either.
That's right, because Pearson, you know, can go do better than 6 points, which he made during the first quarter. And he's been averaging just above 16 points per game and a conference high of 31. Villamin, and before he could go up, Cabato hacked him, and quickly acknowledging it is Sonny Cabato for his first personal foul tonight.
Villamin is the epitome of a guy who's not very tall. He's only about 6'2" and maybe 1/4 compared to Cabato, who's about 6'4" and a half. But great positioning under the basket allows him to get rebounds, you know, and good follow-up shots.
He is the second most fouled player from the Alaska squad. The first one is Ricky Relosa. He has attempted 63, making 46 for 73% from the free throw line. Here comes Satoy Ko trying to disengage from Lim. A turnaround shot, back rim, but Kaidik is there for the offensive rebound. Cabato almost had it. And here comes Villamin with 30 seconds to go before the end of the half. Here's the hot hand going to the open man, and Alulor completes it.
Lim is playing well in this ball game, definitely. He's got a great second quarter. It's only a matter of being able to get his teammates into the flow of the game too. Maybe they might try the strategy of putting Lim and Saldana together.
Why not?
To lose.
They're two on top of the world with class. Here is Harencio. Changed his mind and passed it to the wrong man. Alolo will do a one-hander, beating the horn, so that will help on their way back.
That's great defense by Frankie Lim, forcing the turnover on the part of Harencio, and they do score on the other end.
68-53 of the half.
So halftime po, lamang kami ng 15 points and napakaganda po ng start ng Great Taste dito. Halos na-dominate namin itong buong first half. Panoorin po natin itong second half. Tingnan natin kung kaya pang humabol ng Alaska.
Fine. So we start with the third quarter with a 15-point lead being enjoyed by Great Taste. It is 68-53. In the dying minutes of the first half, one good sign was Alaska was able to come back from 24 points shy.
Yes, they got some good defensive plays. This was a good play ran for Willie Pearson, who hit the jumper. The defenses of Great Taste did not respond quickly to the pick that was set for Willie Pearson. Here's a quick switch off, and there's Alan Kaidik driving in and getting fouled from behind. Either behind or on top. It might be on Relosa, and that's going to be sport if it's Ricky.
Well, from below, I can tell you, Andy, that it was Pearson and Kaidik picking up splinters. Watch it once more.
Here, Relosa loses him after switching off. Ricky fouls him from behind, and that's going to be the 4th personal foul of Ricky Relosa.
Would be trouble, and it was fundamentally because of the momentum of Ricky Relosa, his body crushing on the back of Kaidik.
Yes. Joey Villamin working on the outside. And there's the double team. Got a side open, but you know, even though he made the shot, Philip came in from the other side and was the first one to play defense against Pearson. They anticipated the play, just Pearson made the shot.
Well, Cezar was thinking right, but he was just a shade late. Moving without the ball, Fabiosa under the basket, but did not receive the pass, so mid-post it is Abe King.
Now even Pearson joins into defensive rebounding. They need that from the whole team.
Well, you can sense here that Alaska has the ability to make a comeback, and they're putting things together.
Yes, they're putting a little pressure now on Great Taste. They're moving better as a team, and they get off the assist passes like in that previous play. Marte telling Bernard, don't keep on looking at the ball, don't keep on double teaming because I'm cutting into the basket.
Well, so far, it is only Kaidik who's been scoring here for Great Taste with 3 points, completing a 3-point play.
Here's another easy 2 points as Rabanes just lost him in the maze. Rabanes with 3 personal fouls also really couldn't stick that close to Kaidik, and now he motions to Tring Valenzona that he was pushed out of the way.
Pearson, oh, what a bold move.
Pearson has 6 points in this quarter alone, going for his 7 points from the 15-foot line. They're going to have to put a tab on this guy. Like I said, he's only averaging this much, but 16 points, but he can score 30 on a good night. Yoyoy with an offensive rebound, giving Great Taste a dose of their own medicine.
Well, talking about Pearson, has been averaging just above 16 points per game and already posting a conference high of 31, Andy. And tonight he's getting back his scoring touch after making 6 in the first quarter and then cooling off completely in the second. Has added another 6 right here for a total of 12. Rabanes is off and away. Shot blocked by Philip. He loves that. And I think if Joe Cantada were here, what will he say?
Tapal artist.
That's right.
And Abe King, another offensive rebound behind the back shot. His favorite move.
In your halftime analysis, you caught that particular, there is an anticipation by Cezar, and he just kept on going. Unselfish play by Cezar. He could have taken it.
Goes to Fabiosa, however. Quickly, 4 points there strung up by the Great Taste team, and that 10-point lead has ballooned to 14 again.
That's breathing room for Great Taste, 77-63. Nearing the 9th-minute mark here in the third quarter. It is counted, says referee Tito Varela. And that surprised Abe King.
Yoyo is now beginning to score from the field. Most of his points in the second quarter were from the 15-foot line. But that's trouble when he begins to score from the field because he continues to get confidence in his game.
Well, Abe King will have to move in a little bit closer at the same time, spread out both legs, because when you move in closer, Villamin, he can curl away from you. On the other hand, if you can stop him, well, you can hope that maybe Rabanes and Santana will score from the outside. Ato Iko from Rainbow Country. Fabiosa is there to get the loose ball. Looks for the opening. Drive and draw going to Abe King. He will power inside.
Yes, sir. Left-handed shot, too.
Not really his forte, but he's got the touch.
Just really a super athlete, partner. To be able to be out for almost a year and just play like that. Super athlete.
I like his hairstyle too. Ricky Relosa. He will power inside, short, hit the outer lip. Here he comes again. Loose ball picked up by Mighty Mike. Cross pass to Rabanes, one pump.
Rabanes remembers Philip Cezar so well with his tapal.
And how can he forget? Here is Fabiosa behind the back dribble. Kaidik, quick release from Rainbow Country. Yes, sir. And Kaidik has been burying them just about everywhere. Inside, on the side, perimeter from Rainbow Country. And Kaidik so far now 23 points.
Burgers and French fries on the side.
That's true, and he's averaging just below 25 points per game. Nice pump and a curl by Mighty Mike, doing the lefty, going out of control. Abe King gets a defensive rebound, got deflected on the outlet pass. Pearson is open. No basket, however. Here comes Fabiosa. He can do many things with that ball. He can run too. Here he comes, and losing his balance, and he tapped it toward Cezar, who almost had it.
Yes, almost had it. Rolled out. Martar Sandanya in the three-point territory, missing it, however.
One shot attempt on the part of Alaska. Back again to Kaidik.
It's just a great play there, When Great Taste has the lead, it's not good to play them on a running game because they played so well and they have a lot of confidence with the veterans on the squad.
At the rate Kaidik is going, it's not going to permit Tuadles to see much action tonight.
Possible, partner.
Abe King on Villamin. Nice hit.
Got to work for his points.
Well, he's come alive with 13 points now after only limited to 2 points by Philip Cezar, and Philip is not making any move to change partners. However, as they defend, Villamin is keeping an eye on Philip Cezar and trying to reach in. The foul is going to go against Rabanes. His fourth personal foul, Andy.
Quickly has to be moved out of the court.
We have a timeout. That's the time left here in the third, and they find the score 84-68 in favor of Great Taste.
They also have possession of the ball. 6 minutes and 33 seconds. Great pace, controlling the pace of this ball game all throughout.
Alulor back in the floor in for Robanes, who has not scored at all. And here's a player who's also part of the missing links because he averages 10 points and he's got nothing to show tonight for Alaska. Knocked away by Philip Cezar. By the way, right after this game, our choice for the Jollibee best player of the game. Don't miss that. They go to Villamin, 1 punt. Out to Saldana from 21.
Yes, sir.
Saldana now with 8 points. He averages just below 10 points per game with a conference high of 18. But Lim was just super during the second quarter.
14 points.
2 rainbow shots of that. Atoy Ko trying to disengage. Trying to tap it out, but going to Saldana. Here is Pearson getting the range too. Dangerous pass, loose ball. It'll go to Great Taste.
Good call by referee De Leon.
You know, during his time, Ernie De Leon was one of the tall backcourt guys.
Yes, for the Crispa Redmanizer team.
Seven rebounds now in favor of Villamin. Villamin averaging just below 10 rebounds per game. Alulor looks for the open man, doesn't find any.
High percentage shot, but misses a layup. There's Pearson with the offensive rebound and the easy follow-up.
Pearson now with 14 points. A big 8 right here in the third.
He and Villamin have really blossomed here in the third quarter.
That's right, Andy, and the only one that you're expecting to explode is Ricky Relosa, who's been limited to 3 points during the second quarter, and Ricky can hit. He's been averaging just above 18 points per game with a high of 23 in the All-Filipino Conference.
Here's the man you were looking for who had 4 points in a 3 or 4 minute stint in the second quarter. Tuadles pairing up with Kaidik. Ko had been taken out. Fabiosa missing the first free throw. And we see Santos giving Abe King some rest.
You know, prior to that miss, Fabiosa is very steady from the free throw line. He's 94% from that area. And he's high in the category of assists, averaging just about 5 assists per game. Fabiosa now 5 points to his name, averaging just below 7 points per game. They swing it over to Saldana. He'll take it from Rainbow Country.
And he's fouled by Fabiosa.
Time is 4:35. We're in the third quarter. 85-72 at the moment for Great Taste. Saldana at the line playing with 1 personal foul. Saldana had 4 points during the first quarter. Looking now for a 6-point here in the third on his way to 10. He has pulled down also 1 defensive rebound. Fabiosa is rested, and we have fresh legs in the person of Harencio. Harencio had 7 points, 5 in the first quarter, at 7.5. But he can run you dry.
That's very true, partner. Still a young player. Oh, another easy 2 points there for Kaidik. If you remember that game which went to overtime, that was the last shot of Kaidik. Simple play like that, coming in from the weak side, getting the pass and an easy layup for him.
Well, Kaidik has had 2 rainbow shots. The first quarter, it was his first, and then had 1 here in this period. Alulor was able to get away, but could not score, knocked away by Villamin. And talking about Kaidik, he has knocked in 12 points out of his 27 right here in this period.
27 already.
Yes, 12 of which here in the third quarter. And no stopping Kaidik. And they've been hitting him. And it doesn't look like he is getting tired.
And he's getting people into foul trouble on the other end. Robanes with 4 fouls. There's Alulor giving up the foul to stop even the movement of Kaidik. We have another timeout, Pingo.
we resume play, Twadless misses attempt. And so far, after 4 tries, Alaska could not buy a basket, but somehow they keep possession.
But they should be happy to be continuously getting offensive rebounds against a good rebounding team like Great Taste. 3-point shot by Marty Saldana. And there's going to be a foul called probably on Twadless.
You're right, Andy.
Even though he's walking away, he was the one who initiated the foul.
Well, they were jockeying for position, and a little hip foul brought Alulor down. It is 87-74 in favor of Great Taste with 3:19 to go here in the third quarter. Alulor plays with 3 personal fouls. Cesar, Santos, and Kaidik together with Twadless, 2 each. Inside to Saldana, who bubbled. Quickly now, we find Alulor trying to cover him and going to Pearson. Here comes Ricky Relosa leading with his head. Shot blocked by Santos.
Santos very effective against Relosa. And an easy getaway there for Arencio. No contest again.
Well, it was a 2-and-3 break, and immediately Twadless executes a bounce pass. Very quick in his reaction, quite unselfish too. Here is Villamin in a hook, short. Will he do it again against Cezar? And Cezar found himself biting, and he knew it. A little handshake saying, well, you did that to me.
Yes, I have to defend against you. Can't give you no layups.
Incidentally, there are 3 very good reasons why you should go to Faces. 1, the music. It's the latest. 2nd, the laser lights that dance to the beat. And 3rd, you meet the most interesting faces. Faces Disco, your idea of fun. Villamin now is hot, 16 points, and he got it again from the line for 17, and he has worked the boards, putting down 9 rebounds. He's back to work.
He loves to play against Great Taste.
Here is Santos, Villamin right there, and he fades away. He goes wild.
Good defense also by Yo-Yo in that play. This ball game is not out of control for Alaska, but they must be patient in coming back. And it's just a 13-point lead with a lot of time in the third quarter.
Well, Saldana may be able to put them together. Forced shot by Villamin, and Great Taste is off and running again.
And this is not the way to come back, you know, that the other team always gets a 2-on-1 situation on you in fast break.
You know, one gets the impression that Villamin is trying to show off and show both, especially against Cezar, and that results into some poor shot selection.
That's right.
Alulor takes his time, so himself open, was able to convert from the floor after making 8 in the second. His first basket here in the third. He's been off and on, checking in and out. Here is Kaidik, very steady, very consistent. Alulor on him, can't find a cutter. Twadless on the outside, drawing Ricky Relosa, works on that pick. Short was a little bit tentative, but Santos is there.
Oh, good follow-up by Santos. Was blended well with his team.
Well, he's come up with 6 points tonight, and Santos has been averaging 20 minutes on playing time, has improved his average of just below 6 points after a conference high of 10. He's very dependable.
That's right. You know, he's not flashy. You can depend on him rebounding and scoring. Good shot there by Marte. We have about 45 seconds left here in the third quarter. Still a 13-point lead being enjoyed by Great Taste.
So Tanya's contributed 8 points here in the third quarter for a total of 12. Had his first 4 during the first. Turnaround by Cezar. Rimmed out. Look at the small man getting the offensive rebound for Great Taste. Time ticks away at 28 seconds. The foul is going to go against Mighty Mite. Cezar is going to sit down and get the rest, get his second win as Abby King checks back. Frankie Lim is back on the floor, and the big guy, Polistico, is seeing action again. So Saldana and Ricky Relosa of Alaska are sitting it out. A 13-point lead at the moment being enjoyed by Great Taste. They had it at 24 points when the score stood at 68-44. Nice layup from Twadless.
Got to pick up the ball with 8 seconds left.
Arencio is going to press on Lim. Here's the big guy outside, swinging it over to Alulor. Not enough time, and got caught with a buzzer. So at the end of the third, Great Taste solidifies its lead, 15. Well, the attempt of Cabatos, he tried to go on the baseline, was blocked, and Alulor is pulled out by Turing Valenzona, and we have the Bruise Brothers intact with Relosa returning to the floor.
Going for a big lineup in the front court. That's what Valenzona is trying at this point. Villamin, Relosa, and also Polistico. There's going to be a pushing foul called against Wadless in that play.
And quickly acknowledging it, and Coach Baby D starts the fourth quarter with some changes in his lineup. We have the return of Cabato, Mike Cristobal. They rejoin Tuadles, Abi King, and Pido Harencio.
Philip Cezar and Kaidik getting some rest at this point. There's going to be another foul called on Tuadles.
Tuadles seems to be off tonight, and is plagued now with his fourth personal foul. So far, only 6 points. A very talented shooter like Tuadles, and Tuadles averaging just below 24 points per game. Abi King pulling down his 6th rebound. He also has 1 shot block to his name.
Powerful rebounder that even his teammate just moved out of the way. Tuadles said, "Partner, I'm here."
Keep in mind that Ricky Relosa is playing with 4 personal fouls, Villamin with 3, and Abi King is down on the floor, and he has his hairstyle intact.
Villamin just gave up another foul against Abe, which will send Abe to the 15-foot line.
Coincidentally, the Bruise Brothers are carrying the same number of personal fouls.
They're really brothers, huh?
Yes, 4 each.
Of course, Joey has really outscored Ricky in this ballgame. Ricky has concentrated on other areas rather than going to the basket.
Well, Ricky Relosa has been trying to box out, trying to help the other teammates get their shots with a better opening, and trying to prevent also the opponents in getting offensive rebounds. But he is a definite missing link in the area of production, been limited to 3 points only so far, and he's a top shooter with just above 18 points per game.
Big man faking instead of going straight up for the shot. Lost his balance, missed the shot. That was Polistico in that play.
And accidentally, Abi King caught a wayward elbow, almost lost his left eye. Here is Tuadles giving it to Mike Cristobal. Good tap by Polistico. One-handed pass on the cutting Pearson. You know, Lim, like Saldana, can trigger the fast break. It's almost like, just do what you're supposed to do and I'll give it to you.
Yes, just run and I'll get the ball to you.
Well, what happened during the third quarter, Andy?
Again, it was controlled by great pace, both from the percentage shooting and the rebounds, and also assists 8 to 5. Lim, difficult shot, but he's just having a great night. I'm sure that in his heart he would feel that if I have another great night and my team loses, it's going to hurt me because it's been that way for him, you know.
Yes, and also deprives me of being Jolly B.
The chance of being the most valuable player.
And I like Jolly B, you know, especially the spaghetti.
That's right. So does my son, Atom.
Is he playing golf already?
Not yet, partner. Although I got him once hitting the pitching wedge and helping him on. He likes the game, though. Too young at this point. Fabiosa now coming in for Harencio. So you can see the continuous shuffling of men on the part of Baby Dalupan, while Turing Valenzona really forced to work Villamin and Pearson hard here in the second half.
Interestingly enough, after a very impressive first quarter, Lazaro with 10 points has not returned to the game.
Yes, he has not been given playing time. The position that he plays is close to a Villamin. He's not really a small forward. He's like a power forward. And I think Pearson has played well in the second half, and Turing Valenzona doesn't want to rest him at this point. No?
Cabato on the outside. There's a mismatch in height. Lim is covering him. Good block. Shot blocked by Villamin.
And
Pearson is running.
Yes, so a semblance of a rally here. Just a 9-point lead right now, 97-88, with a lot of time, 8 minutes and 50 seconds.
It's an 8-2 roll posted here by Alaska. And Great Taste during the first half had a 24 commanding lead when the score stood at 6-8-44. And don't forget, when we started the fourth, Great Taste was in front by 15 points. We ended the third with 95-80.
Illegal defense called against Alaska in that play.
Technical foul, Alaska.
That's going to be a technical foul because that's the second offense.
And the designated tee shooter is going to be Twadless.
6 points for Arnie in this ball game, way below his average of 24.
That's right.
And he's an 84% free throw shooter, so he has the right to be there. And he makes the shot.
You know what is interesting is that Arnie Twadless has not been involved with the boards. He has not put down any rebounds, and we have a timeout. Well, Great Taste was feeling the pressure, so during the break, Coach Baby D dispatches the services of Philip Cezar, who quickly said, "I'm here."
Don't worry about it.
Pearson, he's been very steady, getting to be the sparkling light, and so far he has scored 20 points.
That's the reason why Lazaro hasn't been back. You know, Pearson has been steady and has made problems for the defensive men of the Great Taste team, but Cristobal responds to the situation.
You know, that may be his first basket tonight, but it's happening at the right time.
It's another reason why Kai Dick's not yet back, you know, because Arnie's given some playing time and so is Cristobal.
On top of the key, Frank Lim has cooled down a bit. And Villamin, before he could sky, gets fouled. You know, before the break, I was mentioning that Twadless has not pulled down any rebounds because he is a factor, especially in front. He's been averaging just below 6 rebounds per game.
I think the playing time cottage here, because of the fact that the team has been playing well as a whole, plus Abe came back, has taken a lot of playing time out of Twadless. Pearson given the rest that he needs. Valenciano being sent in, and Kai Dick back in for Arnie. Probably Arnie or Cristobal. It might be for Cristobal.
That's right, partner. And by the way, on Sunday, July 31, the Philippine team tandem of Rick Marata and Elmer Cabahog will trade rainbow shots with Shell's Ronnie Magsanok and Leo Austria in the Phillips Sardines Rainbow Shootout.
Should be another great match there. The Alaska team drew a bye, no, for the semifinals.
Yes, it's a lucky draw. Here's Kai Dick being pressed by Lim. Here's Twadless now accepting the challenge from Ricky Relosa. Down on the floor is Kai Dick. And the reason he got there was that he was tackled by Lim, and that'll be his second personal foul. With 7:31 to go, here's our story on team fouls. 3 carried by Great Taste to 2 of Alaska.
Lim running the gauntlet in that play.
Valenciano's another missing link. Has been averaging above 11 points per game, and so far only 1 point, and that happened yesterday. Polistico blocked by Cezar, but he swung to the other side.
He didn't give up in that play. That's the way to play. You know, it's not easy to score over Philip underneath the basket, but he never gave up on the play, and the lead again down to 8. A lot of time in this ball game. And Alaska seems to be warming up at this point.
And miscommunication between Cezar and Twadless. And quickly, Coach Baby D asks for a timeout. Valenciano missed. Offensive rebound by Villamin. And from the outside, Alaska is missing. And during the break, Twadless was pulled out by Coach Baby D and returned Kabatu to match height against Polistico.
That's right. The forward lines up are now evenly matched. 2 3-point opportunities there missed by the Alaska Milkmen that could have cut the lead down to 5. Abe throwing from the outside. I don't think he still has the range, but Philip plucks it away, and a counter steal there by Polistico.
They go to Valenciano, looking upstairs, doesn't find any. Abe King covering Villamin, not on your screens right now. There you've got them on focus. Ricky Relosa trying to provide a pick for Valenciano, who continues to be cold. Offensive rebound by Relosa, and let go situation. Here comes Fabiosa. Air pass going to Cezar in deep. Had to go out. They swing it over to Kaidik. Kept alive by Abe King, swinging it to Fabiosa. They resettle it. Here comes Kaidik on a forced shot because Ricky Relosa was there to cover him. And finally, Polisico claims it for Alaska.
You can see the defense now being tight on, and pressure is being put on the shooters in the last few plays.
Well, Valenciano had his chance, and Turing Valenzuela calling now on Pearson, who's waiting at the wings. Here's Villamin on the outside, top of the key. Valenciano will try it again.
Not shy at all to take three-point shots, and he has missed three, and there's a walking violation by Cabato that the referee's being called.
Polisico will try it once more, too hard. And the rebound, the offensive rebound by Valenciano. What a hectic attack.
You know, that was, I think the referees were stunned there, you know, with all the action going on. A lot of contact there, no calls made at all until that very last play.
Well, the foul is going to go against Cabatu. That'll be his second personal. Pearson continues to wait at the wings until Valenciano completes his free throws. Short on the first one.
It's a miserable night for Valenciano. 1 out of 5 so far from the 15-foot line.
And during the past 8 games, he has attempted 19, converting 15 for 79% from the free throw line. Comes up with a split. It's a 7-point lead being enjoyed by Great Taste. They had it at 15 when we started the fourth quarter. Their biggest lead at 24 when the score stood at 68-44.
Good steal from behind by Frankie Lim, and they're going on a fast break.
He handles the ball very well, gives it to Valenciano under the basket. No score! And Fabiosa is off and running. Drive and draw. Kaidik is open. Oh, almost made it. But Abe King is there. He forced that shot. He'll try once more. Ricky Relosa and Polisico were covering him. The foul is going to go against Polisico.
And the 2-3 minutes that was given Valenciano, Valenzuela was hoping he'd score. He couldn't score even from underneath the basket.
Well, that's the man to go to, even from Rainbow Countries, 32% from the free from that territory. Now, Abe King, in spite of the fact that he was being intimidated by Ricky Relosa, never gave up. Atoy Ko is in the game with 4 and 34.
Well, like you said, Kaidik suddenly grew cold, and so Ko back into the ball game, you know.
Well, the production of Kaidik stopped at 27 and 2 rainbow shots, and that happened during the third quarter. Now, Atoy Ko can trigger something here. So far, he had 9 points at the half, and the big man of Alaska is playing smart.
That's right. Polisico taking it strong to the hoop this time, not faking off anymore. Good pass, good play made possible because of the pass of Frankie Lim. And a 3-point opportunity now for Polisico. Harencio back in for Fabiosa. 7-point lead, Pingoy, 4 minutes and 24. Still a very close ball game, too close to call. Abe controlling the defensive boards in that play.
Lead pass to Atoy Ko. Cezar the corner looking for a cutter.
There's going to be a bump foul called against Frankie Lim in that play. Good call.
Well, Harencio all of a sudden downshifted and trying to cut across the blue paint, and he was cut off by Frankie Lim. That'll be Frankie's third personal foul. Both squads playing with 5 team fouls. Time is 4 and 15. Cezar trying to move without the ball. Being fronted now by Polisico. Will he challenge the big man?
He does.
Last touch, Polisico.
Great Taste will keep possession of the ball, Pingoy. 13 seconds left in their shot clock. 4 minutes and 4 left in the ball game.
Great Taste lead cut down to 7. And you can feel the surge of Alaska. Atoy Ko being pressed by Pearson. Oh, nice swat away by Villamin.
Over the back. Move there by Villamin against Abe King.
Without touching the body of Abe King. Anticipation on the part of Villamin. He's at the wings. He will take it to the hoop. Here it comes. Yes, it counts.
And a chance for a three-point play. But you can see Yoyoy wisely, slowly backing up against Abe. Abe is still there agape at the move of Yoyoy. He turns to the other side, gets the foul, and goes up using the glass.
And you know, if you was able to pick up the interview during halftime, Villamin says he's 10 pounds overweight. We have a timeout. Tremendous improvement on the part of Villamin from the stripe, and so far he has scored 21 points after a low 7 at the half and a miserable 2 points in the first quarter. What a comeback for Villamin.
Villamin, Pearson, and Frankie Lim have really come on very strong. Turing has found the right combination, including using Polistico as another big man.
Seems that we're headed towards another cardiac finish.
Never fails with you around, Pingoy, but Great Taste is not up to give up on this lead, and they're fighting hard for it. There's going to be a foul on Frankie Lim.
And Frankie Lim cringes, doubles up, time left 3 and 12. It's a 4-point lead. That's the lead left for Great Taste. Score standing 104 to 100.
That's also the 4th personal foul of Frankie Lim, the 16th foul on Alaska. Great Taste also has 16 fouls, Pingoy.
By the way, in case you just picked this up, you don't know yet, the first game was won by Pure Foods, and they were able to avenge their loss during the first meeting against the national squad. 117 to 104 in favor of the Hot Dogs, the final score. Atoyko tries to disengage, uses the left. Oh, what a big shot!
Yes, great timing there in using Atoyko to put out Kaidik, and Atoy comes up with a big basket.
And Kaidik, unfortunately, somehow just cooled down, and he was just super hot. Ended up with 27. He may come back to the floor. Frankie Lim thought about it. He will take it now from the sides. Also a big hit.
Well, Frankie's just having a super game. He did not force a shot wherein a guy was on top of him. Dribbled to a position where he could get a better shot and delivered.
Frankie Lim, after 14 in the second quarter, that's what he had at the half, comes up with 6 points on his way to 20 points
and a lot
here
of
in the fourth quarter.
Pingoy.
Oh, he has certainly created the flow for his team. Cezar drawing Ricky Relosa to him, looks inside, doesn't find any. They have to give it safely to Harencio. They've got, time catching up. And the 25-second violation has hit Great Taste. Good defense applied by Alaska. We have a timeout. Time left, 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Great Taste in front only by 4. Both squads playing with 16 fouls. 106 to 102 for Great Taste.
Last 2 minutes.
Frankie Lim has hit 3 rainbow shots, the first 2 in the second quarter, and that crucial 3-pointer has erased the 4-point lead of Great Taste, reducing it to just 1. Down the wire, ending with 1:39 to go. Atoyko looks for an opening. Back rim shot. Last touch, Polistico, helped up by Kabatu.
1:33, Pingoy. Hold on to your seat.
In for a cardiac finish, and I don't blame you if you watch it behind the door or behind your pillows. And Atoyko, after making an important conversion, is going to be rested, and we have the return of Kaidik and Fabiosa for the polish as Harencio sits out.
If you notice, Frankie Lim told Pearson, you pick up Fabiosa and I'll go and try to shadow Kaidik, because he knows Kaidik is a guy who can score at this kind of moment.
A mismatch, but Villamin pulls it down as Abe King misses from 7 feet.
So an opportunity now for Alaska, who trailed by as much as 24 points in this ball game, to come back and grab the lead.
They never tasted the lead, partner, and during the first half we only experienced 1 deadlock at 10-all.
Both of the teams are not yet in penalty, and they're really shadowing Frankie Lim right now, who has hit 5 straight points for the team.
You know, if they pull it off, it's almost like a restaging of their first meeting of July 12th. Except that this time, oh, what an air ball. That is a bad development.
That's a bad shot by Pearson.
Philip, the open man. Conversion by Kaidik. We have a timeout. Bounding the Bruise Brothers, of course, Villamin and Ricky Relosa. Frankie Lim, what a jewel, a shining moment that's having tonight. And Polistico seeing a lot of playing time in the crucial moment.
Go to Villamin. They're trying to post him up against Abe. One-on-one play, hoping to get the foul. Yes, the foul and the miss. It would have been a three-point play.
And he went up strong. As a matter of fact, he was convinced that it was going to go in.
Yes, he was almost sure that he could make it. Abe contesting the fact that he didn't foul him. Abe tried to play him good defense, shot off the strong side of Villamin in that play. 2 free throws now for Yoyoy. 21 points. But the pressure is on.
Well, Andy, the fourth personal foul that went against Abe King is going to work against Great Taste because they find themselves in penalty situation with 51 seconds to go.
Short shot there. Almost a rebound play by Villamin, but he loses it to Fabiosa. And there's Yoyoy giving up the foul. His fifth against Fabiosa.
Well, unfortunately, the crowding foul going against Villamin has also placed Alaska in penalty situation. And time down now to 47 seconds. Cezar.
Now for Great Taste, they know they must use the clock and score on this play.
Combination of Coach Baby D, Kabatu. Matching height against Polistico. Here is Kai Dick. Hoping his hand has warmed up again. Works it up.
Yes, sir. Big basket.
We will hang on to the air. We will not turn over on this timeout as by Valenzuela.
Set up a play. They know they must be desperate now for a 2-point, 3-point conversion at this point. And if they can get 2 or 3 points, definitely they'll be back into the ball game. But the time is now running out on them. 29 seconds.
Safely to Ricky Relosa, looking for Villamin, being half-fronted by Abe King, denying a pass. Can dish it out, and Franklin disengages. Switch over. Oh, good save by Polistico. Lim puts it up, back rim, and here comes Ricky Relosa.
Yoyoy fighting for the boards and makes the shot.
Time down to 9 seconds.
But they have to give up the foul now. Oh, and there's the timeout called by Great Taste on the other end.
We will continue to hang on to the air, and Coach Baby D asked for that timeout. The player who does not have the ball.
Because that's a technical foul plus possession of the ball to that opposing team.
They go to Abe King.
Got a foul. Okay, Abe showed his confidence in that timeout that anybody is a good free throw shooter, so he goes to the 15-foot line.
Time left is down to 7 seconds. You can see it. By the way, on the floor for Alaska, Ricky Relosa, Lim, Rabanes, and Polistico with 4 personal foul each. Villamin playing with 5.
Abe King, 12 points. Good starting opener for Abe King here. After a long layoff.
It's crunch time.
And he scores.
Had to apply a little body English.
Yes, just like my putt last night.
And you made it?
Yesterday, 2 of them, Martin.
I understand you almost made a hole-in-one yesterday.
Almost. A couple of inches. Would have been a big one. Anyway, Abe going for the insurance. No more timeouts on the part of both squads. So it's just a gamble on the part of Alaska. No more fouls.
They trail by 4. Here is Villamin on the run. Lim has been hot. Tapped it up time. And what a cardiac finish with Great Taste, avenging their loss the first time that they met. And the official score 112-108 in favor of Great Taste.
So panalo kami guys ng 4 points, and luckily buti na-sustain namin yung lamang namin dahil sobrang ganda po ng rally ng Alaska nitong fourth quarter. Halos montik pa kaming matalo, anchored on the great game of Frankie Lim at saka ni Willie Pearson at saka yung steadiness ni Yoyoy Villamin. Kung mapapansin nyo, ang ganda po ng matchup ng Royal Brothers namin, si Philip Cezar at saka si Abe King, laban po sa Bruise Brothers ng Alaska na si Yoyoy Villamin at saka si Ricky Relosa. Tapos nakapag-contribute din po ako ng scoring at saka kaya naipanalo namin itong game na to. So yun po, sana nag-enjoy kayo and see you sa next video, and I'm sure magugustuhan nyo uli yung susunod na ipapakita namin sa inyo. Keep safe everyone, and thanks for supporting my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and click that notification bell for more updates. Salamat po!